completely, and I think that's exactly what we saw there.
It is either a fake or a bad snap. I got to be honest with you. I was looking up at De Jesus, but whatever it is, it's a disaster for New Mexico because UNLV is going to have possession at the 32-yard line. I'd love to see a replay what happened, but it
looked like a bad snap.
Yeah, is that what it was? I was looking back at De Jesus, and I didn't exactly see. We'll sort it out when we come back. UNLV's going to have the ball. They're up 7-0, 7:37, 32-yard line. Malva keeps looking again to try and get loose. Now he's being chased, and he will actually get a yard out of that. Kyler Drake, empty backfield for Malva. Time, throws it over the middle. It is caught. First down. He goes to his tight end. He really likes Kaleo Bolengai. First down and 10, not first and goal. Malva keeps it again. Rolls, running away from Dimitri Johnson. Johnson catches him and throws him to the ground at the 5-yard line. Lester and Davis. It's the pitch. Davis, near side. Touchdown, UNLV. Second touchdown of the game for the Rebels. It is the third rushing touchdown of the year for Vincent Davis Jr.
Pitchman, and that's what we saw there. UNM safety Jamarius Luce was trailing on the back end there, and that's an easy touchdown pitch and catch. When you're playing the triple option team, is critical because they are the guy who runs the alley, and so they have to keep their eyes in there. And I mean, that was very similar to what happened last week. The turnovers, giving these guys a short field, and they're just too good and too efficient offensively to work in a space like that.
That's Caleb Medford over the middle. Good throw by Dylan Hopkins. 13 yards on the pickup on first down of the year. 7 shy of Dontrell Moore's school record, and there he is again. Good cut to the outside and gets another first down. Bill across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down for New Mexico.
Continue to play offense.
Hopkins to throw, right side, caught. Hickson, first down. That's his favorite receiver. He goes to the Alabama State transfer, Jeremiah, this year over the last few. That's Bill. Krosky Merritt, left side. Gets away from one tackle. Can't get away from that one. And is pushed out of bounds, or at least driven out of bounds after a gain of 1 yard. Jet Ladd is the guy who finished 3. They're going to have to move. Do they get it off? They do. He gives it to Sherrod White. White's got room on the right side, down to about the 8-yard line. That'll be close to a first down. Marcel McDuffie, amongst others, was there to bring him down for the Rebels. Let's see where exactly they spotted as we're out of time in the first quarter. So the Lobos will have it inside the 10 when we come back.
And so really exciting stuff because UNLV has always been a program who's been able to get the athletes. They just haven't been able to execute at a high level, and now they've got the athletes and they're executing at an incredibly high level.
Dampier gives to Henry. Henry up the middle, pushes the pile for a New Mexico touchdown. Andrew Henry from 4 yards out, and the Lobos are on the board. Drive that took up 6 minutes and 29 seconds. It was 75 yards in 12 plays to get the Lobos on the board. The kick by Drizwicki is good, and the Lobos have got to win it 14-7. So you go 12. Lobos came back with a 75-yard drive, and it's a 14-7 game now. Drizwicki kicks it towards De Jesus, who watches it goes over his head, or watches it go over his head. Mild on the quick pitch. The inside, that's going to get about 5 yards, and they get the quick pitch to Timothy Connerly. Back is Jet Thomas. He's got it off the left side and grabbed and stopped after about 2 yards. It looked like it was Gabe Lopez was the first guy to get to him. Davis is in there with Lester. Good pocket for him to go deep, and he is going deep for White. A whole lot of contact, and it was incomplete. Now a late flag comes in. Dante Martin was covering on it. Well, that was a late flag, and there was a lot of contact with both dudes bumping each other. It's kind of like bumper cars down there,
I
right?
mean, there was a lot of physical play, and I mean, if anything, it looked like Ricky White was pushing off there, but I think they're going to get Dante Martin. But man, tough call.
One-on-one, you haven't seen Dante challenged a lot one-on-one this year, have you?
And we've also got a flag down here that was pre-snap or at the snap of the football, so it could be a couple infractions here.
Michael Catone is the man in the white hat. He is your referee today, speaking with some of his teammates in striped shirts, and he'll let you know exactly what happened.
There are 2 fouls on the play. illegal formation on the offense, pass interference on the defense. Those fouls will offset.
Redo first down.
Replay first down.
Illegal lead. Two backs again. Pitch it to the near side. Davis again. Dimitri Johnson is the guy who runs him down from behind, but not before he picks up 5.
Attrition there, and so he's just come in and played some big-time football for this Lobo defense.
Mayava throws it deep. It is an unbelievable catch by Ricky White, going up and over Zach Morris. Pull it from the other side of his body. That is an insane catch by White. Dare I say, na-na-na. That's Lester. First carry for Lester. He bangs his way down to the 5-yard line. Derek Moore was there for New Mexico. A gain of 2 go. It's Lester and Davis in there. This time it's Davis who gets it and rolls in for a UNLV touchdown. 5 yards, Vincent Davis, second touchdown of the night, 4th of the season rushing for Vincent Davis, and the Rebs have opened the lead to 20-7. Pisano on for the extra point. He's been perfect this year. He is 32 for 32. That would be 33 for 33. An exact 9 minutes to go. I mean, across the country.
All weekend, man. I mean, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that set up the 5-yard touchdown by Davis, and it is 21-7 UNLV. As you'll look at it, and Dylan looks right. Has time, throwing deep, wants his man caught, dropped it in the basket of Caleb Medford. What a terrific throw by Dylan Hopkins, and Medford Willie mazed it over his shoulder for a big gain down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, talk about fantastic catches, man. That was an incredible adjustment by Medford.
He has 2 left and 1 right, gives it to Bill. Tries to squirt his way through and gets about 3 yards after the initial contact. Darius Johnson, amongst other Rebels, was there. There's a flag on the play, so we'll see what that is. It would set up 3rd down and 4, but he's offside.
Number 8 defense, lining up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Remains second down for New Mexico. Krosky Merritt takes the handoff from Hopkins. Left side, cuts back, and the ball is out. The ball is on the ground and is picked up by UNLV. And running away with it is number 9, Jet Ladd. Ladd is going to be dropped by Hopkins at the 5. Jet Ladd on the fumble recovery. The ball was popped out from Krosky Merritt, and the Rebels turn over the Lobos and are knocking on the door with a 21-7 lead. Mayava, both of them on his left side. The pitch is to Lester. Puts his foot in the ground and scores a UNLV touchdown. 5 yards. Donovan Lester, 8th rushing touchdown of the year for Lester. 4th touchdown of the game. 3rd rushing for UNLV. And the Rebels have opened up a 20-point lead with the point pending.
UNLV just does a nice job, responds, a little toss to the outside. Lester punches it up, touchdown.
Pisano's kick is good. We got 6:56 to go. Still in the way and a big recovery. Dylan Hopkins, the quarterback, was the guy who was able to get back and tackle him at the 5-yard line, and then they scored on the next play. Lobo return comes out to the 16-yard line. He had a 59-yard return, did Jacob DeJesus, back in the first quarter that set up the first UNLV touchdown. Good kick by Rodriguez, sends it back to the 25-yard line. Now he's dancing away. He's loose again. He's across the 50 and across the 40 and across the 30. Cuts back, gets himself to the 20, where he has finally dropped another big return. Dimitri Johnson on the tackle for New Mexico. UNLV will be set up again at the 21-yard line when we come back.
Defensive side of the ball, they're turning the ball over, and this is exactly the style of football that Coach Odom wants his team to be playing, and they're doing it beautifully tonight.
Courtney Reese takes the pitch and fights his way into the end zone for a UNLV touchdown. 3 yards on the first carry of the day by Courtney Reese, and the Rebels have scored their 5th touchdown of the first.
They're converting.
3 plays, 21 yards, 1 minute and 20 seconds for the 5th touchdown of the day for the Rebels. The kick by Pisano is good because it always is, and it is 35-7.
Out of.
Noah Pola Gates is back to receive the kickoff for New Mexico. He'll step up and take it at about the 3-yard line. Across the 10, runs into a bunch of dudes, gets it to the 14-yard line. And his much left hip, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Hickson in motion. That's Bill. Krosky-Merritt gets about 3 and runs into a bunch of. This place is great. Hopkins flips it near side. That's Washington on the catch. DJ works his way down to the 30-yard line today for UNLV. Aaron Rodriguez is the punter for New Mexico. And what'd you just say? There's no way they were letting that young man catch that ball and return it again. White motions left to right. Lester stays in at the running back. Mayava looks so comfortable back. The ball was tipped and incomplete. Getting up in the way was Hunter Rapola, the left defense. UNLV needs the 47-yard line. Left side, White caught, fighting with Dante Martin. It's going to be short of the first down. A gain of about 4 sets up 4th and 6 as Danny Gonzalez want to use a timeout and stop. Marshall Nichols is the punter, averages 46.5 yards per punt. It is up in the air and on the way. Bounces back and killed at about the 11-yard line. So 39 seconds to go. You got a timeout. What do you do?
This game is close to being out of reach or out of hands, but you got to reset your team and get them ready to come out and play a second half of football and give some effort. This is a resilient, gritty group.
And if you're Barry Odom, if you're UNLV,
personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, number 92.
All season they've got back-to-back
penalty will be in
road games.
Well, the 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the kick.
First next to Dylan Hopkins. Dylan wants to throw out of his own end zone, throws over the middle. It is caught by DJ Washington out across the 30 to the 34. Johnson on the defense for UNLV. And that
ball team really is.
Hopkins tucks it, runs, slides at the 45-yard line, caught the 44. That's where they'll set it. They're moving the sticks. Clock stopped at 17. Hickson in motion. The penalty is going to probably back him up a little bit.
Will the clock operator please put 13 seconds on the game clock?
Nope, they're just going to change the game clock. I thought it moved a little bit more after they spiked. Hopkins throws to the left side. It is. What a catch by Washington. And he is drilled out of bounds. Lobos want a flag. Turner came in and hit him out of bounds hard. Well, at least near the boundary. I don't want to say out of bounds. At the boundary hard. Shelby Township, Michigan. The kick is long enough. It is just wide left. He had plenty of leg, but puts it wide left. So that's how the first half ends. UNLV took control early. UNLV kept their foot on the gas, and UNLV goes to the locker room with a 35-7 lead over 15. Penalties in the first half. That's only the third penalty on the Rebels. Mayava flips it far side. It is caught. Short gain out to about the 26-yard line. Caught there by number 11.
Have linebackers coming through the middle.
And they're coming. Mayava, right side, caught. White, first down to the 36-yard line.
Had 4 touchdowns against UTEP.
Mayava, right side, White, complete. Zach Morris rides him out of bounds. A gain of 6, second down 4 for the Rebels. And we got a procedure probably on UNLV as flags come flying in. It'll make it a little bit longer of a first down. They're super creative on the triple, on the option, where you'll see at that time they motion Lester out of the backfield going one way, and then he circles back around and it'll act as the pitch.
Ball start, 65 offense, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
And they bunch 2 backs on the same side. That's Davis in motion. They fake the dive to him, and Mayava wants to go deep. He looks and has a man and has a touchdown UNLV. Touchdown Rebels on a beautiful throw to Dominic Jacinto. 3 yards from Jaden Mayava to Dominic Jacinto, his first touchdown catch of the year.
Job of putting the ball in the place where his receivers can just go and get it and make plays.
Pisano's kick is good because it always is. We've got 11:41 to go. See if they decide to kick to him or kick this thing out of bounds. This one is going to be high. Fair catch. First time that young man, I was wondering if he even knew how to put his arm up in the air. I'm like, why would you if you're that? Rebels, they have the football. Early. Third quarter, Mayava wants more. Going deep, has his man. Ricky White is there for another UNLV touchdown. 58 yards, Mayava to White, and the Rebels are pouring it on the Lobos here in Albuquerque. Ricky White is having himself a day. That's Mayava's third touchdown pass, second one to White. He's got 8 catches for 165 yards. The kick by Pisano is good, and it is 48. They haven't made a mistake today, have they?
No, man. I mean, they've just been playing really mistake-free football and making, again, they're taking advantage of the outfall.
Second down and 10. Hopkins throws complete. DJ Washington makes the catch, 13 yards and a first down. About your perspective, right? Which team do you care about as Hopkins throws to the near side? It is caught by Hickson, and he is run out of bounds by Jet Elad.
Job of blocking off the defenders with his size.
He's wide left. Fake to White. Throw to White. That's Sherrod dancing, but he can't get away from a really, really nice tackle on the outside by Fred Tompkins. State. He, Jeremiah Hickson, Tito Stafford. That's the other one. Well, one of the other ones. Hickson, gain of 1. We're a little tighter formation. And a whistle and a flag. That just makes things a little tougher, doesn't it?
It does.
See what Michael Catone tells you, but it's going to be some sort of a motion penalty, wouldn't you guess? Everybody standing around with their hands on their hips, pointing at each other.
False start. 66 offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
So Aaron Rodriguez is on to punt. Jacob DeJesus, the terrific punt returner, calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 8-yard line. And that's he loves what they're seeing. 49-7, Rebels have the ball. They are up on New Mexico. Mayava still throwing the ball, gets it to the outside. That is Jacinto. Across the 15-yard line, and a good pickup on first down for UNLV. Here's Davis again. Right side, now he's got some room. Sayer Riley tried to bring him down. He's finally escorted out of bounds, and then he puts the hurt on Dimitri Johnson. He delivered the here late in the third quarter. Mayava gives to Davis, squirts outside, and now there's room. Davis has room down the near sideline, cuts back in, and is ridden down at the New Mexico 40-yard line. Jamarius Lewis came across the field, push everybody maybe back down and a run. We'll see. Mayava wants to throw again. Finally, he's pressured. Now he's run out of the pocket. He throws to the sideline, and it was broken up. A nice play there by Dimitri Johnson to get in the way. Yards per year or per punt is his average this year. Noah Pola-Gates back to receive. I believe that's Noah Pola-Gates. Fair catch is called for, and no, that's Jeremiah Hickson. I saw 9 when I should have seen 8. Sometimes from up here,
you can actually see the numbers on the white jerseys.
I agree with that.
Quite well.
Yeah, I think you're right. Andrew Henry gets the call on first down for the.
You know, these young guys are starting to get a little bit of burn on this on this UNLV team, and they're just going out there just as hungry, going to make plays.
Hopkins flushed and dropped. First sack of the game. A couple of guys got there. Who led the charge on that?
It's to create a little bit of havoc, and they did that there.
Aaron Rodriguez kicking out of his own end zone. And they have changed returners. That is not DeJesus, which is, I think Lobo fans are going, okay, well, thank you for that. But doesn't.
The problems remain.
But the problems remain, doesn't it? That is D'Angelo Irvin on the kick return. And Irvin all the way down to the 8-yard line. Well, they did change quarterbacks. Cameron Friel is your quarterback. And he gives it to Jaden Thomas. Jet Thomas down inside the 5. So Friel with Reese. Friel gives it to Thomas. down to about the 2-yard line. Marenko with the Jet Thomas runs into a wall, pushes down inside the 1-yard line. The lineman line judge on the far side has it marked almost on the goal line. The guy coming in from the near side, right about the 1. Be 4th down and real. Sneak. Does he get in? Waiting for a signal. Touchdown, UNLV. Cameron Friel becomes the 4th Rebel to run for a touchdown and the 6th Rebel to get into the painted place. Today, the Rebels' lead is now 55-7 with the PAT pending. And the extra point is up, and it is good. 31 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. It has been all Rebels since the beginning. They took their, oh my goodness gracious. Did he call for a fair catch or did he not? He did not. Noah Pola, good Wyoming team. I saw them in person earlier this season. Nice, physical.
Yep.
It'll be an interesting game, but boy, the Rebels look good today. Then they go to Air Force, which could be a gigantic
Massive
game, right? And then they finish up at home against the San Jose State team, who could at that point be playing for a bowl game.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot on the line for them. Air Force is going to be an interesting game. Boy, I'm not going to lie, I did not see Army today going. And they play that game up in Mile High, where the Broncos play because of the construction that's going on at the stadium. I did not see going into that Air Force getting run out. Well, not run out, 23-3, but beat by Army today. But you just rivalry games, man.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, right? I mean, you get those service academies going at each other, man, and they play good football now, and clearly Army just had a bit better strategy.
After further review, there was an invalid fair catch signal. Therefore, the ball will be placed at the 4-yard line.
It's somewhat inconsequential.
New Mexico will not be charged a timeout. We were paged prior to the timeout.
And Devin Dampier. Handoff. Near side. Bill still in the game. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with a good run of 9 yards. Out to the 34-yard. Something they play.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Handoff. Bill. Left side. First down. New Mexico. 10 minutes to go.
Pretty high this week. Excited about this opportunity to come out here and play this UNLV football team. But, man, it's been a difficult one for these guys.
Dampier chased all over the field and finally forced out of bounds. With a terrific play, got him around the ankles. Second down. Once you get it, it's not that hard. Bill, right side, down to the 1, just inside the 1. It'll be 3rd down and goal. And, he didn't have to say it. I mean, he's got a bunch of other records. It's not like it's the last one. Dampier almost dropped in the backfield, gets away, throws, and that is a terrific catch for a New Mexico touchdown by Bill.
There he is.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Great play by Dampier on the front side to keep it alive, and a terrific catch in the back of the end zone by Bill. In fact, he doesn't have a ton of receptions on the year, does Bill. So Luke Drizwicki will come on for the extra point with 3:05 to go. The pass was, what are they calling it? 5 yards? Scoring drive was 75 yards, 14 plays. Took 7:26. What are we waiting on now? Drizwicki kick on the way, and it is good. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Luke Drizwicki kicking off after a Lobo touchdown. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, a 1-yard catch from Devin Dampier. The Rebels are going to take it out. Why not? They've had such success on returning kicks all day. They get another big return out to the 45-yard line of New Mexico. And that's where they'll set up shop with about 3 minutes to go. That was Tim Connerly, I believe, or was that Darius Johnson?
Those are signs of a really well-coached football team.
Cameron Friel is their quarterback. Another handoff and another big run. They give it to Jet Thomas, who's had himself a day. All the running backs have had a day. They two backs back there again. Maava keeps it, gives it to Reese. Gets through one guy, runs over another, and finally brought to the ground at the 48-yard line after a gain of 5-4. Thomas. Marenko was there on the tackle.
Been good to see Marenko in the second half.